£2.95 Waitrose, November 22. Is that good enough for you? Is that good enough? This is the only 1 litre organic kefir I can see at the moment, with no flavour. Pretty pricey at £2.95. Waitrose was the only place I could see it. I checked trolley.co.uk to get an idea of prices. The other ones seem to have flavoured organic kefir only really at the moment. No, actually I saw one that was normal, and but they're only in 500 millilitre packs, and currently the prices have gone down a bit. One of them I think was about £1.50 for 500 millilitres, which would be about the same as this. It wasn't Arla, I don't know what brand it was. If you look at it, trolley.co.uk. Kefir seems to be taking off in the yoghurt aisle. For a while there it was scarce, and now it looks like they're moving big time onto kefir, which has been around for 2000 years, so this stuff says. Let's look at this one in a naive way. Keeping healthy in today's busy world can be tough. Arla kefir, made from real kefir grains, will provide that nourishing goodness to kickstart your day when consumed as part of a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Arla kefir is a delightfully nourishing fermented milk drink with a mild and refreshing flavour and a touch of fizz. I don't know about that. Kefir is believed to have originated from the Caucasus Mountains 2000 years ago. Yes, we all know that, we all read that. Simply drinking it as on mixed smoothies are cows which produce Arla organic free range milk are outdoors for an average of 5 months. Organic free range, oh, see, it's not just organic, it's free range. Swedish organic. Contains multiple cultures such as, see, I don't know about these, is this traditional ones or are they adding their own, you know, like acidophilus, everybody's heard of that one, lactase, thermophilus. I wonder if it really, for it to be kefir, it just needs to have kefir granum, I don't know. What's this one? Clone? I don't know. Made with pasteurised organic milk. Because we care about our planet, this pack is, oh, I don't know, you can read that yourselves, guys. Per 100 milliliters. It's good for you guys, they say. Welcome to our farm. There you go if you want to read about Arla. I don't think it's just one farm, I think there's lots of farms on it. Do they just do organic Arla? I don't know. I don't think so. Keep it for you. Once open, consume within 6 days. Well, that's good. It's more than 3 days, isn't it? I do wonder if you can take it even longer, because it's just too expensive to buy it at that price. You've only get, I thought you had 3 days, but they're saying you get 6 days. So you could get 100 milliliter per day out of that. Arla Foods. Our farmers who are owners of Arla are incredibly proud of this organic kefir. Well, it tastes nice. Our organic milk is sourced from free-range cows, raised outdoors whenever possible, only on 100% organically farmed land, meaning no artificial fertilizers or herbicides are used. Farmer owned. From cow to you. Protein contributes to the maintenance of muscle mass and of normal bones. Calcium is needed for the maintenance of normal health in bones. Riboflavin contributes to the reduction of tiredness and fatigue. Vitamin B12 contributes to the normal function of the immune system. Personally, I think you should just take B vitamins daily anyway, you know, just the 100% ones that you can get for £1 for 30 or 60 or 90, just in case. Well, it tastes nice. Nice and creamy. But what I find with kefir anyway is when I take it daily I start to feel bad, and I don't know why. It's I don't know, it sort of feels like I'm overloading myself. I don't know whether it's maybe fermentation or whether it's lactic acidosis, something like that. But I think for most people it'll be good as long as they don't have any type of gut dysbiosis, because I think if you get gut dysbiosis it might be contraindicative, if that's the right word, especially if you get small intestine bacterial overgrowth, because then your small intestine is not meant to be a place where bacteria can flourish. You know, it's meant to be sort of bacteria free really, but a lot of people get small intestine bacterial overgrowth where it becomes a friendly place for bacteria to grow. And then if you're adding fermented stuff like kefir and yogurt and that, you're probably making yourself feel worse rather than good. I'm just freestyling here, don't take anything as truth. But on to this as well, I'm a fan of Dr. Eric Berg. I put doctor in quotation marks because he's actually a chiropractic doctor. I mean, you get this all the time in natural health, doctor this and that, because someone who's got a PhD in poetry can call themselves doctor, you know. So I did have to look him up. I'm a fan of his. I don't take everything as the correct. He even says that himself. He says he changes his mind after new evidence or whatever. But I'm a fan of him because I sort of feel he's got that vibe, and also I saw him in Quack Watch, which is probably a good place to find innovative health people. Not all the time, you know, it's 50-50, sometimes Quack Watch probably get it right, but with him I think they've got it wrong. I think Michael Murray's another one I like. I think he's on Quack Watch as well. So it's definitely, and he does a YouTube videos every week, almost daily I think, and he does a live stream on a Friday, and a lot of what he says resonates with me, even if I don't try what he says or maybe I'm not even sure. Plus the other thing, if you did want organic kefir, you can make your own. I think it really grows really easily. And you don't even need to use milk. You could use water from kefir grains. You just buy some kefir grains on Amazon or eBay or whatever, and that's you, you're away. Yeah, somebody said that it's 10 times better than yogurt. I take that to mean 10 times more powerful. When they say yogurt, they mean the probiotics in them I'm taking. And I've got a feeling this is correct, although I can't tell you who actually said it. It may be Dr. Berg, but I can't remember none of that, you know. Yeah, I think it was Dr. Berg who said it's a superfood. He had about 3 superfoods. I think one of them was kefir, another one was maybe blueberries, and something else. When he was saying take them as a smoothie every day, maybe it was kale or something like that, I think. Something like that. You'll need to do your own research, really. So I have got good vibes about kefir, but I think if you're prone to gut dysbiosis, it's a sort of spanner in the works. You know, you would think fermented stuff is good for gut dysbiosis, but it might actually be the opposite, especially if you're prone to small intestine bacterial overgrowth. I hear people talking now about colon bacterial or colon dysbiosis, and really there wasn't much talk about colon dysbiosis in the past until recently. I mean, ordinary doctors still won't talk about other stuff, but you know, you've got two big pipes in you. You've got your small intestine where you do all your nourishment and absorption and stuff, and then you've got your colon that's just sort of a recycle place and also to get ready for removal of your stuff. I mean, I think most of your excrement is actually bacteria, or in weight anyway, maybe not in thing, because mostly it's probably water and fibre and stuff, but in weight, maybe a lot of it is bacteria. So I think the problem is just nobody knows enough about the gut microbiome at the moment, not even the experts or whatever. I don't think anybody knows enough, so it's a really, you know, I think they're on the right path, but they don't have a clue because they're talking about, because there's papers that come out that talk about it might be to do with health disorders like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's even, you know. I don't know if I'm making these up now, but yeah, definitely Parkinson's. But really, I don't think anybody has a clue. They just don't know enough. I think there's a good chance of that, you know, but I think a lot of people probably have dysbiosis and they maybe don't even know. Dr. Eric Berg says if you think you're prone to small intestine bacterial overgrowth, the quickest way to sort of get an idea is to not eat any fibre for 3 days and see if you feel better, basically. I suppose what he's saying is you're starving them over those 3 days, your bacteria. They can't have their party, which they usually get probably from every meal that you take. And so if they're not getting their fibre party, I don't know about just fibre though, I would say probably sugars as well. But then you might feel terrible with the die-off, you know, so you might think, no, I feel even worse with that because of the die-off, you know, because they're all dying. Because basically what happens is your gut flora, every time you eat, has a party, and then it dies off since it's starving. Because I tried kefir every day for about a month or two, but I was getting sores in my lips and my tongue was sore and I just felt terrible. And I don't know whether was that a good thing, was it a die-off, or was it a bad thing? I really don't know. Was it lactic acidosis? I think this is something that's D-lactic acidosis, not the type that your body makes. It's the type you get in stuff like milk and stuff that biotics create. So I just don't think there's enough known about it. But if you can tolerate this sort of stuff, I think it might be a superfood. So that works out about 30 pence per 100 millilitres. According to trolley.uk, it was, I think, somewhere, another supermarket selling 500 millilitres for around £1.50. But that's just a sudden price drop. It was £2.95 as well. And it's just a sudden price drop. So hopefully these organic ones will go down over time. It's nice though, it's creamy. You could put it in a smoothie or, you know, food even. And I think it has a nice taste. Yeah, they say milk's good for calcium, but calcium in your blood's bad for you. You want it to definitely be in your bones, and I'm not sure. I think it's vitamin D3. It's meant to be the best at putting it into your bones. Or is it vitamin K2? Or the both of them even. It may be vitamin K2 actually, but I can't remember. Again, I got that info from Dr. Eric Berg's YouTube channel. Because too much calcium in your blood's bad, because that's the sort of thing that causes heart disease and that, because it sort of clings on to any cuts or whatever. You know, first of all you get the inflammation, and then stuff like calcium tags onto it. Yeah, organic, I think it was around about 2008, you could get a lot of organic stuff in the, even Asda and Tesco and that. Then when that bankers crash came, all the organic stuff seemed to vanish. And really it's been like that almost ever since, apart from maybe Waitrose. But I see now that organic stuff is coming back in, it seems, even to Asda and Tesco, so that's good. Because I think organic is best, just to remove the pesticides from your thingy. It depends, if you've got a good immune system or whatever, then it's probably no problem, but I mean, I'm not anti-pesticide, I just think it's probably better to not have that organic stuff, you know. Well, who knows. Alright guys, it's up to you now. I hope Arla start selling the other things. I know they do the ordinary milk, but organic stuff and that, you know. Organic kefir. Alright guys, cheerio. I've tried a few organic things. Milko I thought was alright out of Asda. But this one is probably the tastiest one I've taken. It really has got a creamy taste and it's got a creamy texture. Yeah, it's a really nice kefir drink. You can freeze kefir milk, but anyone will tell you that it loses its taste and consistency, texture. It's not really nice to taste on its own, but it's still viable. I think it's still live, and you can add it to, you know, smoothies or whatever, but it's lost the creaminess. It's the same with yogurt, you know. I don't know what happens. I think maybe the proteins break down or something, I don't know. Or they separate the curds and whey. Was Miss Moffat right? I don't know. Something like that. So you can freeze it, but it'll lose its taste and consistency. It'll taste a bit bitter in my opinion, but it's still palatable. I mean, it's not really nice, but it's still bearable.